देना स्टार्ट 1 सेकंड दो मेरे को बस. Okay, so we will be recapping the previous week's price action, not this one. Bit, or I will say, too much late. We are into this, but anyways, better late than never. Boom, boom, boom. So this is Monday. चले जा चुपचाप. This is Monday. Going starting from the daily chart. Going into Monday, I am thinking I wanna be what? Yes. Why makes me think? Yeah, Pishona. Why makes me think bullish? Swept out a relevant opposing swing, moving away from that Friday. So ideally, you can treat this as a range high, range low. But I am preferring more of a bullish scenario if I get any opportunity, vice versa, as how indices were, NQES were. If you people remember, I was using this range high, this range low in ES as well, range high, range low. So, but Friday's closer was telling me more of a bullish than bearish. So that's why I was preferring being bullish on Monday if I get anything. So going into Monday's price action, this opposing relevant swing being an objective on YM as well. RTY being the weaker asset, can I refine it? Hmm, looks okay, okay. If framing this opposing move lower as retracement's objective being an opposing swing, price ejecting off of that, so we can frame retracement to expansion. So Monday's price action, Monday directly opens and higher, goes higher, sorry. 5 a.m. 6 YM. Now at the same time, YM hit its objective, which was that daily high. Let me clear up the other thing. But RTY still has an objective pending, so we could still look to frame higher. But I wouldn't be too confident with this PA. But even though price had no wick to the downside on Monday, but price was displacing away from it, so it could be trusted a little bit when price moves away from it. And going into 6 a.m., we had an sweep of an opposing swing, so this move lower could be framed as retracement to then expansion when 6 a.m. expands away from it. So we can then look for 6 a.m. OLHC to frame it higher. I don't exactly remember if I took anything or not. Dun, dun, dun. 8:30 comes around there. I think I could have gotten something in there. SMT there, a continuation leg of this 6M open low high close 6M H4 roll. Let's see. This continuation leg being away from this, so this could be trusted and this could be a protected swing inside of 6M H4. So continuation purge. So we could have looked for entries in there. Plus this was an SMT 815 M3 8M open low high close. Mm-mm. This looks good, but no clear entry. Yes, would not have participated there. Would not have participated there. Doesn't make sense to me. It could have made sense, maybe, but just seeing it off that, I don't think I would have taken this here, even though it is too nice. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, no opportunity for me in here. Even though this is the too good offense setup, but I don't think I would have executed there in the live market. In hindsight, I can say that yes, I would have executed surely, but I don't think in live market I would have executed there. If it would have closed somewhere around there over these opposing candles around here, I would have surely taken around there, but not okay longing it there. So we'll see if we get an continuation entry or not. Strange thing that happened. 9 open low high close. 930 being a driver in it. Nice. Coming back. RTY still holding. 930 comes. This looked good. Limit order here. Maybe. Fuller. I would need to have a look at YM, but not too good of a risk reward. M5. YM. Dun, 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 dun. M1 entry, if we get 10, I don't think it will give any. Yes, we'll move directly, and I am okay missing that. Nice limit order entry there, but risk reward not being in my favor around what 1 point less than 1.5. Not okay with it. Yes, it would have given 2 hour, maybe yes, but I would not be sure of that. This 10 a.m. looked good, but I have no reason to long anymore because this was the objective, logical objective. I have no reason to think long. If it goes on its own. Yes, would have hit the 2 hour, but Not that of a 2 hour I'm too much confident in. So no entries for me on Monday. Going back to the daily chart once again for framing anything for Tuesday. Right bias, right draw, no entries. That is what a system looks like, a systematic, repeatable system. And you have to just follow it over time. If it gives entry, take it. If it does not give entry, do not take it. If it gives you win, take it. If it gives you losses, take it. You just have to keep executing on your system, be it a break even, be it a SL, be it a win, be it a no trade. No trade is also part of your system. You just have to follow your system. But the problem is most people don't even have a system. And even they have, they don't follow it. Even if they have. Okay. Now Monday closing there. Mhm. Based off YM's framework, I could think short. This was weekly fair value gap, if I remember. Yes, it was. So weekly range logic we use. Expansion into an objective. SMT there, if I am not wrong. SMT there. Expansion into an objective. Price rejecting this week closing bullish. So next week we could think expansion into an objective, price moving away from it. So next week we could think either retracement or reversal from this objective. If this move higher is a retracement, the weekly internal level being an objective, right? So would mark that out with a line, and which would be this daily high in here. So after Monday prints, this becomes the more logical or obvious draw. So either if daily profile aligns, open now high close to there, or if it directly reaches there, I could think Tuesday's reversal into expansion back towards here. No established low. It's a relevant range high. So I could think both ways, depends on the daily profile. So going into the daily profile for Tuesday, RTY. I don't remember if this was hit or not, but this was a clear draw on daily as well as H4. If you people can see relevant swing high on the H4 as well as relevant swing on the daily. So this looked like a most probable draw that day. And for YM, this weekly fair value gap looked like the most probable draw if bullish. Dun, 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 dun. This is London. I would have preferred a run below here, but okay. Using this as the opposing swing. So YM being the stronger asset for me. So would have preferred Organga. So would have preferred YM long still here and here previous day high. 6 a.m. London reversal. High resistance below. Opening price of the day. high resistance towards low resistance, trading away from manipulation. This was SMT if I am not wrong. This wasn't okay. Now 530. 530 this was. London reversal, New York continuation. And M5 6 a.m. entry was there. Yes, this the best entry for the day towards previous day high, more than 2 hour. And runner still the weekly fair value gap. The best entry on YM plus YM being the stronger asset. Why this? London reversal. Price moving away from it. So then 6 a.m. H4 candle open low. Hits an objective with SMT. Immediately moves away. Opposing candles at relevant time. H4 candle open. Clear displacement over there. So too nice of an entry. This one I did miss because I wasn't on the charts that time. I came around 7:30 or 8. RTY kind of same entry, but I don't like this as much. So that's why YM, and we'll see if we would have got another entry. 7. This would have been a trail or another entry, but YM. RTY. I don't trust any of these lows, so would have risked half on this one. Not full position here. Full risk would have been this position, not this. And it goes there. Would have secured 70-80% or took off 70-80% of the position there. And nice. I wasn't trusting these lows. RTY swept them. 7 a.m. 7:15. Then I could have longed this around 7:15 when those lows which I wasn't trusting on RTY got swept. 7:15 price taking off. These are not so protected swing. Immediately coming back inside. 7:15's closer. YM being the stronger asset, so I could have taken it here with full risk. More than 2 hour here. 70-80% off there. Then runner still 5.6 hour to the weekly fair value gap. Let's see how it would have played. I would have trailed my SL here. Why? Swept current candles low, forming an candidate for an established low into an PY. And I don't mind being trailed out of this position with this structure because this looks good to me. Into a relevant PY plus sweeping out current candles low, forming an established low below it, and forming closing candles. And there are chances this could get swept, but I would have been in around 3 hour profit, so I would have taken 70 or 80% my position off. I wouldn't mind being trailed out here for the rest 20%. RTY at the same time swept this, looks nice. 820. Okay. So the, and if you can see, this looks like true breakout over previous day high, right? The entry which I trailed my stop on. Previous day high being a relevant level, right? I would take it off. Previous day high being a relevant level. Price could form a manipulation here. Relevant swing. Only two things happen over relevant swing. Either manipulation, either true breakout. This looks like true breakout, right? So makes sense. and I would have gotten trailed out there, and it would have been a valid trail, right? Rather than being stopped on break even, being stopped around here makes sense. Mm. And it would have been enough for me, more than 2 hours to a relevant objective. Dun, 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 dun. Makes sense. Why, when you get trailed out, you should accept that, because if you don't know your true invalidations, rather than getting trailed here, getting stopped here makes sense to you. I don't know if that makes sense. So this was a valid trail out for me. Because price is telling me that maybe your idea is wrong now, so you should get out. Then getting out here, so you should rather get out here. So a valid, total valid trail for me. So this day would have been over for me, but can I frame daily OSLC from there? Previous day high? Hmm. Price immediately coming back now off of previous day high. So current low of the day being an objective. Almost reached there. RTY. Yes, same on RTY, but it already reached the low of the day and the relevant swing which I wanted to get swept first. Yes, just took previous day high and immediately boom boom. Dun, 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 dun. Mhm. The candidate for established high over 10 a.m. H4, 10 a.m. open high, sweeping out current high of the candle. RTY being weaker, but it still sweeps this. So, in nice framework. Dun, 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 dun. This is around 10:11. I would rather use this closer as a framework than frame 10:15 if this stays protected. Yes, doesn't close below, then this high doesn't look as good to me. Now comes back using this closer as a framework, and if this 10 a.m. candle on the M15 was a retracement candle, retracement objective being opposing swing, you can use this one as well, or this extreme fair value gap, or this opposing swing, any works, ejecting off of opposing swing, moving away. Retracement objective ideally met. So if the retracement objective is met, then the EQ of this candle should be respected, right? Here, still respecting, still respecting. Why? RTY, sorry. RTY being the bearish one, weaker one. So this could have been an entry to R if I were to frame. Yes, YM being the good asset. Up, no RTY. YM didn't even close and invalidated that 0.5 of this wick, so not looking good. So yes, only entry would have been that M5 long, two entries. First this, the best, and this one, the second best, only after RTY swept these lows, which I wasn't trusting at all. 7.5. 2.75. Yes, this would have been valid here. 2.7 hour. So moving on to the next day again on the daily chart. H1. Bad day, bad, bad, bad. Now, framing it from the daily charts perspective, I could think both ways. Daily profile selects. This move lower could be framed as retracement if you see this as the objective. So retracement off of previous day high. So now if the retracement objective is was met on that day as well, then price should respect the point four of this week and go higher off of that. If the retracement objective would not have been met, then price should sweep this out and then go higher. But if price wants to go bearish off of this swing, this relevant opposing swing, then Tuesday reversal to then Wednesday continuation lower, price should respect zero point 0.5 of this here. Daily profile selects, but why makes me think to the weekly FVG and being the stronger asset, so I would prefer to long YM than long RTY. If short, then short RTY, long, then long YM. That's how you use correlation. And I do think YM's objective has been met, retracement's objective. This candle not being an expansion, so either reversal, retracement, or consolidation. Objective still being open, so I would consider this as a retracement. And without even looking at the hourly chart, I am assuming the retracement objective has been met. And so I would want this wick, this zero point 0.5 of this candle to stay respected to then Wednesday move higher. Let's see if the retracement objective has been met. Yes, met. Opposing swing and immediate move away off of that. And so 0.5 of this candle which rests around zero point 0.5 of these opposing candles. So zero point 0.5 of these opposing candles would have been the invalidation level for me if price wants to continue higher. If long, then long YM. If short, then short RTY. So we'll see. How 4 a.m. 5, 6 a.m. immediately moves away from this EQ. And I do remember this was an SMT. If I'm not wrong, yes, it surely was. So, yes, I was desperately wanting to long this that day. If you remembers, I was wanting to long YM till here. I don't know where did I or when did I type 26 March Wednesday. YM longs 26th March Wednesday. The same price action, right? EQ of this day, this candle being marked, live chart, and I was wanting, I was predicting SMT to be honest there to then go long off of here to previous day high and weekly FVG, and I had marked previous day low on RTY. It sweeps and YM stood respect previous day low. I was wanting to long from here to weekly FVG and previous day high. The same chart here. Okay, nice. New York reversal into expansion, 6 a.m. expansion candle. Let's see if we would have gotten anything. Nothing for me in there currently. I would use all this move higher as a framework to then long till previous day high and ultimately weekly FVG. This looked good, but not of a position I would risk full. So kinda half risk position because this low could get swept and the long idea would still stay valid. I would need to have a look at RTY. This is an SMT. Still don't trust this. So either half risk or nothing. Not totally confident with this low. Let it play out. 2R would have been hit. Yes. So half risk position would have been partial there. Mhm. Let's see if we would get a better entry or any entry where we could add 7, 8 a.m. Nice. Sweep of an opposing swing. If immediately moves higher from there, nice. Not moving immediately. Then using this, not too nice. RTY. Now RTY looks more good than YM, but I would still prefer YM. And YM swept this, but YM didn't sweep this. But should I consider this? Otherwise, this close over long hair looked good. This, if this low would have been swept, still looked good, but not that. So would not take this. Instead, would let the initial position run. Partials would have been off there, and would see if get a better entry. M15 too high of a closer. No entry. No entry. So this position would have been still running, but no full risk position. Hopefully 9M gives a better entry. Can I trust this or can I not? RTY can or may not. Mm-hmm. I don't trust this low before 9:30. So I would let the initial position still run and with my stop here. I can't totally trust this low before 9:30. Too nice. And I would have gotten trailed out as well. 9:25. Now can we get a better entry? No, please. Okay, just one of those days. Nice. I do think no, no entry for me other than this entry, which I would have gotten partials around there. A 5 6 hour position, some partials, not a full target, then trailed out here. This looked like a valid trail, but nice. And there it would have gone to the full TP. I did take long on NQ this day, I guess so. Strange thing that happened to me. And you people shouldn't be worrying about that trail. That trail is still in plus, but plus I would have secured some partials, right? Around 6 hour in profit. So surely would have taken partials, right? And the position which would have gotten trailed out around break even would have been 20% of my position, 30% of my position. So okay with that. So moving on to the next day, or can we have a look there? Hmm, I did frame a reversal off of these highs to then again frame lower. I guess so because RTY swept this high and previous day high formed SMT. So RTY had a better framework to short after this. Yes, this high I was talking about. Previous day I still staying protected and previous day I having an SMT there. So RTY short, Tuesday reversal, Wednesday continuation lower from here if it aligns. 10 a.m. No bro, too much of a direct fall. Don't do this. Yes, nice. 10 a.m. open high. Why? Huh? 10 a.m. goes lower. Yes, comes back. Objective hit price. This could be framed as retracement and as reversal as well. Price sweeping opposing swings. Closure below here. Too good to short. But as if I wanted to long, I wanted to long YM. If I wanted to short, I wanted to short RTY. Same time M1 or M3. Almost same. You could have used this, but not completely trusting this half risk kind of position. Because I'm not totally aligning at this point, and I would rather use this or switch up the time frame for better series of opposing candles. Yes, these would have been the best choice. But if you were to take this closer below here, it would have been a half risk or a trade you should avoid. Let's see. 2 minute closer. No, I don't think. 3 minute. Yes, this looked good if it forms. Now, why I'm still not aligning that much. This closer here, EQ logic. Yes, totally valid. This closer below here, if it forms. Nope. Again, now it could form. This looks like an SMT here or here to me. I am being the stronger asset. Yes, SMT there. So now better structure. SMT there. So a closer below here. Nice. We'll see if this high is backed by ecologic as well. Kind of, yes. How much time is left? One, two. Immediate closure would have been needed if I wanted to short this. No immediate closures. Not good, Batwis. Can I short this? Yes, half risk. If it would have closed before 10:15, then full risk. You can short, but kind of half risk position. 3 minute or 5 minute. Not so much of a convincing structure. So either half risk there or then waiting for 10:15 continuation entry. 2 hour would have been hit if you were to take this position with half risk. What would have been my objective? Previous day low? Hmm, yes. So either full TP or if you were to hold current over the day, this is only where did till where I wanted a short. H4. I don't exactly remember. H1 15 30. Hmm, would have used this, but low of the day being the best objective. So the only best and half risk type position would have been this. Let's see if you would have gotten another 10:30. I am as well. Sweeps these RTY as well. Not too good of a structure. This looks like good. Sweeps out current candle high, previous candle being an retracement candle. Retracement objective, you can say this. Immediately moves away from that. So this being an expansion candle. Dun, dun, dun. So this could have been considered till there or this entry. Not nice of structure, but yes, not too nice of a day, but only good entry. Then not too good of an entry. But yes, I didn't expect just based off RTY. Yes, I know it went too much lower that day till here, but I didn't expect that much move in a single day just based off RTY. I did expect based off ES and NQ. So If you were to use understanding of ES and NQ, then you would be able to short till here or here as well. But if you are framing only these two assets, I don't think so. This high being an SMT, I guess so. Equalize. 11, 13. Nope. Why am being the weaker now? So moving on to the next day, let it go. Strange thing that happened to me. Coming to daily chart once again. Now is that idea that you are moving away from this a bit more validated. Why? Price using this and price displacing away from here. Then you could trust this high being almost a failure swing to this because price has displaced away from it. Then you can say price is using this level instead of this. Price is giving relevance to this level. So then you can yes look to short the next day as well. Tuesday reversal, Wednesday continuation, Thursday continuation as well. Now YM makes me think again both sides will need to clear out. Tags the weekly objective so we could think bearish from there. Closes below previous day high as well. So we could think bearish, but at the same time, not so much of a bearish, this being an SMT, even if you don't pay attention here, but not clearly displacing back inside this range high. So this move lower after expanding into an objective could be framed as a reversal or a retracement. If this is a reversal, then you would look to frame shorts, obviously. If this is a retracement objective being this, clear, right? So retracement objective is met. So either long off of previous day low or price respecting this point 0.5 of this week if you were to long. And it could form a true breakout kind of scenario as well if it sweeps the previous day low and tags this. So I could think both ways, but the daily profile decides. Y makes me think long, short both. RTY makes me think more short than long. But looking at the hourly structure, this looks like a reversal. Like, right? Expansion into an objective, immediate expansion away from that objective. So this looks like a reversal to me. Let's see if it displaces below this relevant swing or not. Kind of displacing, yes. So we can think true breakout into this. Coming back inside, I could think that same idea. Long of previous day low, this move lower being a retracement. And what would have been the invalidation for shorts? This level. Shorts could still be looked from here. This relevant swing resting around there. And then there is swing. Let's check RTY. A relevant swing resting here. But if I were to long, I would long YM. If I were to short, I would short RTY. 6M opens into high into this relevant swing. Sweep this out. I can think short because still respecting EQ of this candles range. If we were to use whole candles range, okay, fine. Still respecting the whole candles range. So both ways fine. So 6M OSLC, 6M expansion candle. Let's see. Short or long? Kind of an good entry. M5. Yes, same. But if I were to short, I would short for RTY. Yes. 650. This 5 minute short on RTY. 2 hours. Then the wick being large for the day. This is the weekly candle. Don't get confused. Wick being 2 hours of the day for the day. So I would partial around 2 hour. Then would look to take something off around current candles open. And then ultimate objective being low of the day. Not good of a structure. 8 a.m. makes me think it either reaches for this high again or my SL again. Both would look good. Strange things that are coming true. Yes, nice. 8:30 opposing run. Now I could think 9:30 direct distribution. Hmm, can I frame an entry before 9:30? We'll see. This closure here. I took it on YM, I guess. Yes. I didn't take this. I wasn't looking at charts, I guess so. I took this instead. Yes, now I do remember. Because YM's structure here was better than RTY. So I took this. I took this live. Yes. We were live streaming. I took this while live streaming and my targets were like partial around 2 hour and then wick for the day being large. So current over the day being a target. Yes. Uh, uh, uh. Thursday. Yes, this one. Sorted here. See, there. Oh, I get it. I when I frame entries live, I do have access to M15 chart at the same time always. But if I were to frame this, I would use the M15 chart as well. So M15 chart, yes, it looks good to me here, not here. So makes sense why I didn't take this, even though if I were on charts that time. So yes, my templates do good for me. ये क्या है भाई? सारी चीटिंग 8:30 से पहले बूम बूम माना 6 AM एक्सपेंशन कैंडल है तो क्या कुछ भी करोगे? Okay, no problem. So that's why I do think I do have that advantage of always having a 15-minute structure along with low time frame structure. Yes, that is indeed an advantage. It keeps me out of unnecessary SLs. So low of the day objective, then 8:30 opposing run. So 9:30 continuation. That was my expectation. And 9:30 continues. Yes. So that would have been the best entry for the day, and it surely was the best entry. High of the day, continuation, purge, and boom. Too nice. That was framed live. So here, almost more than 10 or 15 people were watching when I took it. Okay, going on to the next day, Friday. YM RTY sorry. There was a M3 position around there on ES as well. This on RTY looked good as well. All the day objective. Nice. 9 a.m. open high low close because we have an expectation of 9:30 expanding due to 8:30 making the upper. That's why we can trust this 9 a.m. high. Open high into relevant PM, move away. Can't trust this closer, but can trust this closer. And if you were to add, you could add there. Okay, next day again. And yes, framing longs from low of the day as well. Then M15, this becomes the objective. Which asset was stronger? This becomes the objective for RTY. Orly structure. This would show the whole candle. Why this subjective? These highs aren't at the relevant point. This at the relevant point. Price sweeps current low of the candle, moves away from that. So this could either be retracement or reversal. Retracement objective being relevant opposing swing. YM sweeping out current low of the day. But this could stay protected, could get swept. So article looks more better to me. Let's go have a look. Immediate rejecting off of that POS. So looks like a reversal to the opposing swing. Right? Expansion into an objective, immediate expansion to the opposing side, reversal. So 9:45 reversal. So 9:10 a.m. continuation. 9:30 reversal. This is can't trust. Yes. Now I could trust this low if these opposing candles form to the objective. No opposing candle formation didn't close below here. We wait. Yes, looks nice. Using this YM. Yes, YM looks more good. Close over here. RTY. So YM looks better there to me. Pishora. We need to have a look at 3 minute and 5 minute as well. Too good. No. I was taking M1. This We'll see if 3 minute aligns as well. But the high of the day is around there, so I would wanna get n better entries, so better fill around there if I can get 2 hour around high of the day. That would have been preferred. Yes, too nice. Ha 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 ha. This is Batmis. Let's see RTY. RTY would have reached not. Mm, almost there. Why am still lagging? Then I would have trailed my SL here. I do think this is an SMT 1110 1056. Yes, kind of. My SL would be above break even below this low and would have got around break even. And so taking to RTY would have been the best choice because of the clear objective. And I could tell the reason as well because you wanna move towards unprotected lows ideally, and RTY had unprotected highs ideally more than YM. YM had manipulation over the highs. So it was facing high resistance moving towards those highs. And RTY had low resistance resting above, so it was facing less resistance. I did explain this one day. Both would have came back, but RTY would have given you 2 hours, but zero still being better than a loss. Yes, just keeps messing around there. So the best entry would have been this shot, which I did take on YM. M5 shot. This one till low of the day. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, moving on to the next day again. And this day looks like I can frame this again both ways. Either reversal, either retracement. SMT there. And the internal level string being held. So this could be framed as reversal as well off of this expansion into an objective, then retracement. So if this was a retracement, then this lower wick should be respected. This was a reversal. Sorry, क्या बोलता हूँ मैं? If this move lower is a retracement, then price should go higher off of this lower wick. But if this move was a retracement of this reversal, expansion to then reversal, this reversal from here, and this move higher then lower was a retracement. This day wasn't an expansion candle clearly. Then the next day should expand while respecting the EQ of this candle from here to here. So again, I do have double-sided bias. Daily profile confirms. And then this looks more of a like this day being a retracement and this day being continuation of that move. Now I would यार सारा ही skip कर देता हूँ मैं. So this current day looks open high RTY. Yes, open high this week being EQ of this week being the POI because I would want to see EQ of this candle being respected and this wick or this high rests above it. So I would want to see this protected. So you could use EQ of this opposing candle as an invalidation as well. But London reversals and New York continuation, why I'm being better to short in my opinion. Expansion into previous low objective rejects that. So either retracement, either reversal, but I am preferring shorts that day. So I would see this move as a retracement. This level does not get held. So this level being the last line of support, this level being rejected. 6 a.m. OHLC you could think. I don't trust these highs on RTY. But this could form 6 a.m. H4 OHLC. But why I'm being better and 3:45 7 a.m. Yes, looks good. Sweep of this, or either sweep the current H4's high again, both valid, and current high of the 6 a.m. candle being there. Yes, RTY sweeps this, YM does not. Yes, YM doesn't. This is an SMT, YM being the weaker asset. So shorting YM would have been a preference there. Nice of an entry. 8 a.m. open high, low close, closer below here. Shorting till where? Current low of the week being failure swing to these. 9:30. What does 8:30 do? Direct expand. Why? RTY. Uh, so I would not prefer trailing my stop before 9:30 comes in. Yes. If you were to trail here, you would have gotten out. But I do expect 9:30 or 9:15 somewhere coming back. So if this goes, I would have taken partials there surely. More than 2 hour. Uh, and I would have gotten break even as well. So would not have been able to take advantage of this full move. But if I were to target only current low of the day, I would have got full TP. If I were to target current low of the day, then full TP. If I were to target low of the week, then would have trailed at break even. So 2.3 are partials there, 70-80% off. Then thing in there, if you were to take anything, whichever, you could have taken this limit entry here, targeting low of the week. पीछे हो जाए यार. 9:30 open high, closer below here, limit entry, too low of the week, and obviously parceling around 2 hour again. So you have gotten partial win again and then break even. So two wins, two half, I won't say 70% book, then break even type of wins. One here, and the best entry to me, this closer below here, which then stayed protected this high, but break even didn't. Valid. Then this goes much lower due to ES and NQ. So if you did not know the framework behind this, then this short here does not make sense. But if you would have known the framework behind ESNQ going lower, then this short either limit either market would have made sense. But if you didn't have had a look on NQS, this short, taking a short here makes no sense, makes no logic. Why you should short this or why should price go lower off of there, not just off pattern. I won't go into that now. So that's it for the recap. Uh, let's recap again. I was looking bullish on this day, nothing for me. Then looking bullish on this day as well. I did got something. I don't exactly remember. London reversal, New York continuation, 6 a.m. Yes, M5 entries this day. Or this day as well to the weekly fair value gap. This day I was looking but didn't got anything. One win here, one win. And shorting, I don't exactly remember if I did short or yes, shorting RTY this day. And then shorting this here to low of the day, right? Here. And then longing off of here, then being break even on that, if you remember. Then shorting here, that M5 closer, a win till low of the day, and this wasn't hit on this candle. And then longing shorting 930 again 2 hour around low of the day, this not getting hit and break even. So 2 2 hour wins there, then break even. One break even there, one win short, YM 4 5 hour short there. If I do remember, yes, this short, the best of the best entry. This short till here, 4 5 hour kind of short, and it's the week gets over. Quick one, I will say, and a nice one too. How was it? And if you people have any doubts, else we will wrap up. पानी पीना है मेरे को. हेलो ब्रो बोल के आप खुद ही भाग गए सर. हेलो ब्रो शुड इज शेयर माय जीबीपी है. शुड इज सर कौन सी? इंग्लिश इंग्लिश नाइस इंग्लिश. Yes, it was not possible for me sometimes back then, but now it is. And some of you and the most UDY is being able to frame both sides each and every day, I will say. And you people are getting an idea of how I personally frame. Like it felt impossible to me once as well. But now, if you have the logic and the proper resources, you can do anything. So I guess no doubts, but I did read a message about a doubt. I don't remember. Hear it if you have time, I would probably go. The person himself gone gap. Gap का मतलब मेरे को इंग्लिश में नहीं याद तो मैंने नहीं बोला. The person himself disappeared. So how can I answer his doubt? And no more doubts. So we will wrap up. And ओम भाई अपन आता है आपके पास. बूम बूम रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दें.